I'm thinking about a particular coffee shop in Asheville, North Carolina, as I go through this process, and I'm going to do a show from a quote unquote expert perspective. What are the things that a busy, successful restaurant or small local business, for that matter, what should they be focusing on? So I think that there are really only three tools that are, I guess four I have here, that are really necessary. Instagram, a Facebook page, Twitter, and a Google My Business account. Websites are optional in this day and age, especially for a small local business. Chances are really good that when you're spending money on a website, it's really being wasted. And I'll show you why when we talk about Google My Business. So the very first thing is something called a citation audit and optimization. A citation is any appearance of your business information on any website. So things that come to mind are things like Yelp, Facebook, Google, that kind of thing. So that's a citation. You want to use a tool that will check all of the citations that are out there, and you want to make sure that they have exactly the same information. This is very important to Google. And not like one has, well, here, I'll show you. This is what a site audit looks like. So again, in focusing on this entity called High Five Coffee in Asheville, they have here 190 Broadway Street, number 102, Asheville, and then later on it's Unit 102 and Suite 102. Google wants to see this information be exactly the same. And to the extent that you do that for Google, to that extent, they're probably going to lead people to you more effectively, because it's going to be easy for the machine learning to know what it is that you're actually talking about. So then here's the second part: workflow audit and optimization. One of the reasons why I think that Instagram is so critical these days is not only does it have a huge following, but if I switch over to my tablet device here, you can see that when you post to Instagram, not only can you tag people and add locations and so forth, but you can also share to Facebook. You can share to Twitter. I won't go through that right now. And you can share to Tumblr. Now, Tumblr is optional. I no longer count on anything that is a Yahoo property. Yahoo properties have been passed around so much these days that you have no idea what you're getting. So this organization is posting to Instagram, but not using that feature. So for example, here's the latest post in Instagram, and when you okay, get rid of that. When you go and you look at the pictures here, there's no link for Instagram over here, and there's no place. So this latest, this latest thing doesn't have anything to do with this latest thing, and the latest thing in Twitter doesn't have to do with anything there either. So what does this mean? Well, what it means is that the workflow that whoever is using to do this is kind of suboptimal. And what I mean by that is take the same content and post it to the same places with the same content. And I don't think you need to worry about are people going to notice that it's the same content or whatever. I think most people's news feeds are so inundated with content that the chances of duplication are pretty thin. And if they're a real fan, I don't think it's going to bother them that much anyway. And especially I wouldn't worry about cross-posting something from Instagram to Facebook, because organic search within Facebook is dead. And again, chances that someone are going to see that are really kind of non-existent. And then I say that, in this process that websites are optional. If we take a look at this website, this is a really nice one-page website. But as I look at this, when I take a look at like about High Five, it makes it look like this is kind of a blog that is not where no one posts very often, because you see these are milestones, but this doesn't, necessarily fit. And then, here's kind of about size content. Here's a place where the Instagram feed is being brought into the website. And again, I think that is about the only blog that you need to have. If you have a website at all, make it an inexpensive WordPress.com website. No small business should pay more than $500 for a website or website design, because as I'll show you again later on, the website is not going to be seen by very many people, so why spend money on it? So going back here then to this, we talked about citation audit and optimization, workflow audit and optimization, and what I should put probably after this is that Instagram for so many reasons. Most of all, that it makes, by being able to create a post in one place and delivering it to 3 or 4 different places like Facebook, Twitter, and a blog post, or to a website, that makes it really valuable. What looking at these, this kind of unrelated workflow shows is that there's probably some very busy person who doesn't necessarily have a plan or a process for posting, and as a net result, things are being posted more in a reactionary basis instead of along the lines of an editorial plan. And that's one problem. But this workflow would actually make the person who's doing this more efficient if they were to lead with Instagram and automatically post to Facebook and Twitter, and then turn around and post the same content to Google My Business. So let's talk about Google My Business for a second. And I'm going to switch back over to my iPad. And let us take a look at a very popular local restaurant in Northeast Wisconsin. And here, let me just, so we can focus on this. Okay. Google My Business is the newest and the single most important thing that a small business owner can do if they're looking to get found. You go in and you claim your business on Google My Business, and you can create blog posts or videos or whatever, okay, that you can put in. And this is the place where you want to write posts about what's new, to create events, to do offers, and to do products, because this is where stuff is going to show up. And when you inject your information into this, this is, Google is saying this is the single most important thing that you can do if you want to get found. Over here, you can post photos about your business, and it will also capture customer photos of food and things that people have taken. But again, if Google says it's important to post photos about this, then you want to do that. In the lower right-hand corner, this is absolutely fascinating information. This is a rolling 30-day period of, like what's happening. So everything is going well for this business. They have shown up in 8,300 searches, which is 19% more than the previous period. And 347 people have asked for directions. 106 people have made phone calls, which is down, but that's okay. 26,000 people have viewed content. 1,600 people have taken actions, and 19,032 people have actually looked at pictures. But let's kind of peel this back, and here you get into some really rich information. Out of the total searches of 8.3 thousand, the green is people who have come directly to the site, but discovery is how many people have found this in search. Here's the next thing. Where are customers viewing your business in Google? Well, here it says that 8.8 thousand people, it has shown up in views, but more than double that have seen this listing in Google Maps. And that's maybe one of the most important things about Google Maps, is that it makes this information visible. Whatever information you post is also going to show up in Google Maps and get people's attention when they're doing searches for things like restaurants near me. Let's take a look at what customer actions people have taken. Okay, remember there were like 26,000 views. So out of those 26,000 views, there's a total of 1.6 thousand actions. Most of those people visited the website and then requested directions and or called. And here I'm looking for, okay. So there have been 26,000 searches. Out of the finds, people have done 1.6 thousand actions. Another thing that you can see is direction requests. This tells you from what zip code people are searching for information. And the thing that's phenomenal about this restaurant is located in 54201. And it amazes me that 53 people have asked for directions, because everyone knows where this place is. But look at the second most popular place, the 60666 area code in Chicago, which is 4 hours away. The next is 60608, which is, again, 4 hours away. What this tells me is that this restaurant owner should be doing local advertising in the 6066 area code, because those kind of people like to eat in this kind of place. This will show you on the day of the week that the calls occur, nothing, that you wouldn't expect here. But take a look at this. This says to me that, only like 1.6 thousand people went to the website, but 19,000 people, or roughly 10 times as many people, looked at pictures. So what that says to me, and what it might say to you, is that it makes much more sense to invest in pictures and using this Google tool in order to post pictures than it does to spend a lot of money on a website. And then the last thing is Google reviews. Now, Google says that one of the single most important things that a business owner needs to do is to engage with customers. So taking a look at this business again, this business has only engaged with 1/3 of the people that have left reviews. But out of those 150 people, they have 4.8 5-star reviews, which is really amazing. So when it comes to the other things that we were talking about, if you're going to have an online presence, yeah, Instagram is key. You want to have a Facebook page and Twitter. But hold on to those things loosely. The single most important thing that you can do is Google My Business and maybe forget about the website. And when you use these 4 tools, Instagram, Facebook page, Twitter, and Google My Business, you're doing everything that a small business owner needs to do. So that will help to really focus the attention of the small business owner. And if you're using Instagram and Google My Business as the key drivers, it will save a whole lot of time in the long run. I hope this was coherent and that